In this video, we'll be telling you about the 10 habits of a high-value woman. Have you ever met a woman who's always being chased by good fortune? She seems to have it all, and she's loved by everyone. If you know someone like that, then that's what we call a high-value woman. But before we jump into some habits of high-value women, we need to tell you that modern-day men don't care about looks anymore. Sure, they might turn around when an attractive woman walks by, but that's not the only thing they consider. When a man is interested in committing to a long-term relationship, he wants a woman who is confident, respectful, and full of dignity. If you want to be a high-value woman, then it's never too late. Being a high-value woman means knowing yourself better than anyone else in the world. She's compassionate, feminine, and always knows what she wants. As long as a high-value woman wants something, she can get it for herself. Now, many high-value women look graceful and elegant, but that's not why men want to be with them. They fall in love with her sophisticated vibe, kind nature, and positive mindset. So what exactly are the habits of a high-value woman? Let's find out. A woman can't be considered high-value if she isn't confident in herself. But hey, you need to be very careful about the difference between confidence and overconfidence. A high-value woman always comes off as very confident, but she doesn't believe she's better than everybody else. She's simply comfortable in her skin, and it shows. If you're not already as confident as you want to be, then there's no need to worry. There are many ways you could improve in this area, including sticking with your goal of being a high-value woman. When you see how much progress you're making in adopting these new habits, you'll automatically work wonders for improving your self-confidence. Another way to improve your self-confidence is to take a step outside your comfort zone and try new things. Apart from that, you can also make a list of all your positive qualities and push yourself to have super confident body language. A high-value woman already knows about her strengths and weaknesses. She doesn't wait for anybody else to point out her flaws because she respects herself enough to admit them to herself. Now, a high-value woman respects herself in a way that she won't settle for anything that costs her dignity, be it bad behavior, abuse, or toxic relationships. A high-value woman just won't deal with any of that. She knows her self-worth and stays confident enough to never let anyone take her for granted. In fact, it's that strong personality of hers that makes her super attractive to men. By respecting herself, she expects others to treat her with respect too. So she values a man's respect much more than his love. If you want to be a high-value woman, you need to start telling yourself that you deserve better than average. On the topic of being attractive to men, it's also important to note that high-value women simply don't chase men. In fact, their charisma and elegance are enough to make men fall for them all the time. Men know that she's the kind of woman who's worth going after. They enjoy a high-value woman's company and put the effort in to win her love. To be a high-value woman, you need to remind yourself that men don't like being chased. And get this, if you ever chase a man, he's probably going to end up running away. Also, men don't like needy women. Instead, they want you to be elegant and classy enough to make them chase you. A high-value woman is classy all the time. She's well-mannered, compassionate, honest, and polite. She also has the perfect dose of humility that makes people love her instantly. To be that kind of woman, you need to know how to take care of your family and make them happy. At the same time, you need to value yourself too. When men see a woman who respects others, they love that. High-value women know how to engage in quality conversations and keep them going, no matter who they're talking to. Now, the way you behave in a public setting can make you valuable. You should strive to be a woman who's passionate about her interests and has the perfect balance of communication and social skills. This might come as a surprise to you, but having good manners is one of the habits of high-value women that men care about the most. In fact, they care about your manners much more than how attractive you are. If you want to come off as classy, start learning some etiquette. Don't use cuss words, practice good posture, and always be on your best behavior. Practice brings improvement, so keep practicing until these new skills become permanent habits. Men love exploring every inch of you, and that's exactly what they're looking for in a high-value woman. You don't need to be an open book all the time. Instead, be a little mysterious and make people feel intrigued at how powerful and relaxed you are. Also, set your standards super high. High-value women only let a man get to know them better if she's sure of his intentions. Before revealing anything about herself, She takes some time to get to know the person first. When you try to be mysterious, make sure you set healthy boundaries. Let men work hard on getting to know you better. Even though you might be jumping to share personal details with the man you just met at the bar, it's important to protect your heart from any damage. A high-value woman is always cautious so none of her relationships backfire. We mentioned that being a woman of high value isn't about good looks, but that doesn't mean you stop taking care of your appearance entirely. Just like everything else we've been mentioning, try to strike a balance between being too absorbed with your looks and always looking good. High-value women are always aware of how they look, especially in social gatherings. Men care about your personality more than your looks, but they're still men. They still want women to come off as attractive and appealing. As a high-value woman, you should take care of your appearance and show men that you're still in touch with your feminine side. Take extra care of your lips and try choosing clothes that flatter your body shape. Apart from looking good, you also need to feel good. This means you should try maintaining a healthy diet and going to the gym several times a week. High-value women prefer sticking to exercise plans and including things like meditation and yoga. This helps her control her stress levels, so she comes off as super relaxed and confident. Even though looks aren't everything, men will still find you 10 times more attractive if you have all the qualities of a high-value woman and still look gorgeous. A high-value woman will go out of her way to help anyone who needs her. She honestly cares about others and believes in treating others the way she wants to be treated. This kind of woman wants to create loving and trusting bonds. This applies to all types of relationships in her life, from dating and marriage to friends and family. No matter what happens, a high-value woman will never let herself become involved in toxic or dangerous relationships. She stands by the people she loves and offers support, but she also expects the same treatment in return. If anyone in her life fails to treat her the same, then she quickly moves on to someone else. If you feel like you always attract needy or troubled men, then you can start working on improving yourself. When you're supportive, caring, and loving towards your partner, you'll automatically start attracting men of higher caliber. Just like the last habit, this one also applies to all relationships. Whether it's her boss, lover, friend, or even family member, a high-value woman is always ready to put people in their place. Anyone who tries to take advantage of her gets an authoritative answer because she doesn't let anyone treat her this way. We know that this isn't a skill that every woman has, but we can assure you that you can learn it easily. All you need to do is work up the courage to defend yourself. Instead of always saying yes and letting people walk all over you, learn how to say no sometimes. If you're someone who feels awkward speaking up for yourself, then your self-esteem has probably taken a blow through all these years. But once you start standing up for yourself, you'll see your confidence skyrocketing in no time. High-value women don't gossip or spread negativity. Instead, they live a life filled with positivity that helps them thrive. If you ever find yourself lost in a loop of worry or overanalyzing everything, then you need to change that to be a high-value woman. Psychologists refer to this type of overthinking as rumination, a process where you constantly replay or dissect a negative event from the past. Now, the first step to becoming a more positive person is turning your rumination into problem solving. Stop fixating on the problem and start focusing on the solution. For instance, you should stop beating yourself up over how you tanked a job interview. Instead, start thinking about what you can do to improve the next one. You're bound to run into some bumps in the road, and that's okay. Even if you try to be positive, there will be times when you engage in negativity. When you do, cut yourself some slack and allow yourself to feel every emotion. A 2017 study by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who accept their mental experiences rather than judging them have better mental health. That's because accepting your mistakes helps you feel fewer negative emotions in future stressful situations. Remember that being a positive person is all about loving yourself and others with a crystal clear heart. Stop keeping grudges and start forgiving and forgetting. A high-value woman is never nervous to express herself, no matter the situation. She's able to put her thoughts into powerful words without hurting anybody. Expressing yourself helps you stay in touch with your feelings. It releases all that tension you've been carrying out and keeps you from bursting out in an embarrassing breakdown. Everyone needs some alone time to think about their feelings. If you're not very comfortable talking about your thoughts and emotions, then consider keeping a journal or writing a blog. You could also channel all that energy into physical movements. You can move in whatever way you like, from sports to dancing. In fact, some team sports let you express yourself around other people by using your mental and physical energy. This can help you prepare for stressful social situations in the future where you need to express yourself confidently. As a high-value woman, you need to learn how to speak your heart out. And that's a wrap for this video. We talked about the 10 habits of a high-value woman that you need to have, and we hope you've gotten some inspiration to start working on yourself today. Which habits do you already have, and which ones will you work on? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out other videos on our channel. Click now to watch.